Hi guys, welcome back to Home Life with Rebecca. Today is Tea Tuesday. Yes, today's Tuesday. I've got my Coke Zero here. It's kind of warm. I should probably go get ice. I thought today I would just do a little bit of everything because I have several things that I wanted to share. I want to share my July spread in my Happy Planner. So I'll be sharing that. I want to share the two things that I got from Temu. These are the last things that I got to help organize Kennedy and Jillian's bedroom and tell you how I feel about the things that I ordered. And I want to talk about the hot air balloon ride. So we're going to start off with the hot air balloon. I did it. I got on the balloon and I lost sleep over it. I had so much anxiety. I'm very scared of heights, but a friend of mine, her husband said that he would take my place if I decided that I couldn't go through with it. And the funny thing is, just knowing that I had somebody to take my place and that Adam wouldn't have to forfeit his ride because he didn't want to go alone, or even know if they would have taken him up by himself. Just knowing that there was somebody available made me feel so much better. And honestly, I had a dream the night before with the little sleep that I did get, because I didn't get much sleep because I was so nervous about what I was going to do. I had a dream about my dad telling me to just go for it, that life's too short, and that it was kind of weird because he was like, in the dream, he's like, well, ultimately, even if something happens, you know where you're going, but nothing's gonna happen. You're gonna be fine. It was like my dad was telling me, you're gonna be fine. Just do it. You're not gonna regret it. It's not gonna be as scary as you think. And I woke up feeling very calm and peaceful, even though it was only like 2 hours of sleep. And so when we got to the park and my friend was there with her husband, who was going to be my alternate in case I chickened out, she was like, you don't seem anxious. And I said, you know what, I feel better. I'm going to do this. I can do it. And honestly, like, by the time they got the balloon put up, I had to go back home and change my shoes because I wasn't thinking, and I had open-toed shoes on, and you have to be wearing tennis shoes or boots. So by the time I changed my shoes and got back over to the park, they were ready to go. And so he's like, hey, get in. And the pilot, he's been flying since 1972, super nice guy. He was cracking jokes, which was making me also feel better to kind of just like ease my anxiety. We get into the basket. The balloon that we happened to go in, the basket was higher than some of the other ones that I saw, so it came up to about, like, I don't know, like right here on me. And I didn't even have time to process that we were already up in the air. Like, it happened like that fast. We were on the ground, and the next second I knew I was waving at people. And it really wasn't that scary. He didn't go as high as some of the other balloons because I did tell him I was a little bit afraid of heights. I wanted to be totally honest, and he said that it says on the application if you're scared of heights that you can't go, but most people, when they ride a hot air balloon, are going to have some kind of fear because you're in a basket floating above the earth. It's not like you're in an airplane or something like that. So he said that he had some lady the week before that was like really afraid of heights. It wasn't going to go in, but that her husband and kids really wanted her to come, and that once she got up there, she didn't want to go back down. So it was so, I don't want to say it was peaceful because like the fire and everything, like him steering, like it was kind of noisy, but it was really cool. As long as I didn't look down, if I looked straight out, I was fine. If I looked down, it made me feel like I was gonna fall. And then there was another time, because you do these practice landings, they have to do practice landings. That was kind of scary. So it would be, one time we landed in the middle of the street. There was no traffic or anything, but I have a bruise. This is from hot air balloon. I have a pretty gnarly bruise on my leg too, because the first time we practiced land, I didn't bend my knees enough, so I slammed into the basket. And this is from the last landing, which I'll get to. But we did a couple practice landings, so when you touch, it kind of floats a little bit, and the motion felt like we were on a swing, and then you go back up, and then it just kind of, when he was like more stationary in the air, that kind of gave me motion sickness. There was a point where Adam had his phone out and he was like taking videos and pictures, and I'm like, can you put your phone away? He's like, I'm not going to drop my phone. And I was like, that's not it, because I couldn't look down and I was feeling kind of like I was going to throw up, and I couldn't look at the pilot because he's doing this with his arms. And then just seeing Adam just move that phone around was making me feel really like kind of motion sickness. But once he put his phone away and my phone was put away, I was able to like take a couple deep breaths, and then I was fine and the feeling passed. But we were up in the air a little over an hour. We did 2 more practice landings, which each time we did them, it got better. I was able to finally get the hang of it. And there was like people on the streets, and we were like close enough. They were like, hi, like they could hear us like talking to them, and they were saying hi back and taking lots of pictures, and it was really cool. We flew by my house. We flew by my son's work. He said he saw us outside of the window where he works. I'm kind of bummed that none of my other kids woke up to go see us take off, but I didn't want to wake them up because I was like, oh, what if I don't get on? Then they're up at 6 o'clock in the morning for no good reason. Well, I guess it would have been cool to just see balloons take off, but they've seen that before. It was really neat, really pretty views from where we were at. We ended up landing in a horse pasture or a cow pasture, and so he told us, the pilot, when we land, he's like, it'll be like the other time we landed, but this time we'll bounce, and then when we come back down again, it's gonna like kind of drag, the basket will drag. He's like, but really hold on, because it feels like the balloon's gonna tip over. But it's not. And that's where my bruise came in, because I just wasn't holding on tight enough. I mean, I wasn't flying out of the basket or anything, but I mean, you don't realize how fast you're going. Like when you come down, you hit the ground and it drags. Like it really did feel like we were gonna like tumble out of the basket. So a couple bruises, but nothing major. It's not like I was crying or anything. Just all the work that goes into setting them up. They had balloon chasers that, you know, met us where we were once we landed. Adam helped to pack up the balloon. There's so much work that's involved in hot air balloons. I didn't know it was a sport. You learn something new every day. I just thought they did it to do it. I guess they compete. I still don't understand how the heck he was up there steering it and stuff, but he was. It was pretty cool. I'm really glad that I went. This might sound silly, but I felt like I felt my dad's presence up there. I think he would have been proud, because he'd been in a hot air balloon once before with my sister. They bungee jumped off of one, but they didn't fly in one, and I think that was always kind of a dream of his to maybe do that someday. And so anyway, now I'm getting all emotional. But sometimes I think God allows for you to have dreams for these reasons. I'm really glad that I went. It was a really cool experience, once in a lifetime opportunity. I did feel a little bit guilty. I was talking to one of the ladies, used to be our neighbors, that's a balloon chaser. She said she'd been doing it for several years, 5 years I think, and I asked her if she'd gone up in the balloons a bunch, and she said no, she'd never been, but she'd always wanted to. And I felt a little bit guilty, because I'm like, here I am, like so scared of heights and didn't want to go, and then she's like a balloon chaser, that's what she does, and then I go up in the balloon. But I mean, we were sponsored to go. I do a lot of work for the city. So Friday night, we had a wedding to go to. We couldn't stay for the whole thing because we had to come home. I had to get my work clothes on, rush over to the park because it was our glow night event. That's when they lit all the hot air balloons up. I think I want to say there was 19 balloons, 18. I don't remember how. There was a lot of balloons this year. And you can like talk to the pilots. And then with that, they have the glow swim at the pool. So I was back and forth. I had Allie and Tiffany. I was like, please, just, I need you guys to keep an eye on Kennedy. I mean, they had lifeguards on every side, but it was pretty busy. Like our town is really growing. And so because of the growth, you know, that's the most, I don't know what's happening with my hair, you guys. That's the most people I've ever seen at the glow swim. So I was nervous because it's dark, and you know, she's a pretty good swimmer, but you know, I was just nervous. But Allie and Tiffany and Ashlyn, and who else was there? Stephanie. Sage, Savannah, like all the kids, everybody was helping with Kennedy, so she was good. And then Adam was out at the field taking longer videos for me. He's a little bit shaky with the camera, so I knew I'd have to go out there at least once to get some night footage, which I got. And then so right after the Glow Swim, we came home and it was already like after 11. I had at least an hour of footage from the Glow Swim on my phone because I need to get a computer. You guys, I need to get one so bad. Now I'm paying $9.99, which isn't terrible, but I'd rather not. A month for storage on my phone because it's just with the music that I have for the videos and stuff, and then like all that footage is just it takes up space, guys. So Saturday we had to get up super early. We had to be out there by 6 in the morning. And then by the time we got back, because after the balloon ride, I guess it's customary to do a toast. And so he had hot air balloon cups, and we got a pin for our first flight, and we all toasted with apple cider, that sparkling apple cider, and I thought that was not the vinegar stuff. That would have been disgusting. Sparkling apple cider, we all did a toast, and I thought that was really cool. We kind of went through like the history of like the hot air balloons, and I thought that was pretty fascinating. So came home, and Ammon Days starts Saturday at 9 o'clock. That's the opening ceremonies. I didn't make it to the opening ceremonies. I missed the Star Spangled Banner and the ping pong shoot off, where it's just like people scrambling for prizes. I was hoping that they would have drone footage, but they didn't have it this year, because usually I'll take the city's drone footage and I'll copy and paste it to they allow me to do this to mine and then edit it into my video, but there was no there was no drone footage for some reason this year, so oh well. And then Ammon Days was crazy. I mean, since we moved here, it's gotten so big. Basically, I feel like it's kind of like a glorified farmer's market. It just seemed like it was just nothing but booths. So I'm like, I don't know what to film, because it's just booth after booth after booth after booth. But they had some like bouncy houses. One of them had a zip line, had like a bull, like where you can ride a bull thing, like a fake bull, like a mechanical one. They had the flip and twist gymnastic places out there, so I got some cool footage of them doing like flips and stuff, the coaches, and they had the talent show. Then they had Race the Lifeguard, so I had some footage of that, and then I incorporated us in the balloon in the morning. But Sunday I was so burned out. Saturday filming, it was so hot and it was humid, which is, Idaho doesn't get humid, but I think because of that tropical storm happening back east, we're getting some of that humidity here. It was so bad. It was so hot. Even Kennedy didn't want to be out there for very long. None of my kids did the talent show this year, which honestly I'm glad, because I don't know how I would have managed to stay out there that long, because talent show people didn't go on till like 12:30. Anyway, right after I got everything I needed to get for Ammon Days, rushed home, showered, and then we were having dinner with our friends' parents who were leaving. It was just go. Sunday, I tried to get up for church, and my body was just like, nope, we need sleep. So I did. I slept until about 9 o'clock on Sunday morning, and then I literally spent the rest of Sunday editing those videos that are, each 3 minutes long. That's how much footage I had to comb through and edit, so that he can, the parks director will post it on the city page. But I usually wait till he posts it before I post it on here, but I went ahead and posted it because I have a feeling he might not post them this year. Not because he doesn't like them or anything, but we did have an incident at our community pool during Ammon Days, like towards the end. Somebody had a near drowning, which is very, very scary, but thankfully the lifeguards were on top of it, because Ammon Days gets busy, so they don't even let the same amount of people that they would on a normal day in there, because they were doing free swim sessions like every hour on the hour. So because they're free, like the lines would be really long to get in, so they weren't doing full capacity, just so that they had enough lifeguards, and they had them like on each side. So, but it's still hard. I mean, sometimes I'm there and I'm just there watching my kid, I'm watching Kennedy, and sometimes I'll still lose sight of her, even though I'm like staring in the pool and it's like a lot of kids and stuff. And sometimes it's hard when kids are being rowdy and they're playing around, and I hate when kids play, oh, I'm drowning. I hate it. when kids play like that. It's not funny. My kids have never done it, but I don't care. Like, if I don't care if the parents there. If I hear a kid in the pool doing that and I'm within earshot, I'm like, you don't play like that. It's not funny. Don't play like that, please. Because that is how accidents happen, because a lifeguard might think, oh, they're just playing, and then it's something real. You know what I mean? And that's not what happened. I don't know exactly what happened. I do know that when I walked by, I was like, oh, why is everybody out of the pool? And then I'm like, oh crap, the big gate's open, which is what they use like when they have the freezing for a reason, when they bring in all the ice pallets, or if they had to have paramedics come in. And I'm like, oh crap. And then I saw the kid, and he was an older kid too, laying on the ground, and lifeguard was doing CPR. They're certified. And then the ambulance took over. The last I heard, he was in critical condition, but the last I heard today that he got moved over to Salt Lake, but he's stable, and that's all I know. I don't know if he got pushed down on accident with his friends, or if maybe he had a seizure, or it was super hot, maybe he had heat stroke or something, or maybe he jumped off the diving board too. I don't know, or maybe he just couldn't swim and shouldn't have been in the pool and should have had a life jacket on. I'm not sure. I did read that he was with his sisters, because I think he was a teenager, so I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that's why the parks director hasn't posted my videos yet, because it's got pool footage. Maybe he's just waiting to hear exactly how this kid is. I don't know, but so I went ahead and just posted him to my YouTube channel, because I worked hard on him, but be praying for that boy and his family, that he pulls through, and that there's no like long lasting damage, because it only takes a second. And people were being really nasty in the comments, like, oh, the lifeguards aren't doing their job, and blah blah blah. One person said, oh, I see there'd be like 2 lifeguards out and then 5 in the guard shack just talking. Well, on a normal day, there's 2 to 3 lifeguards out, depending on how busy that session gets. Like on a normal day. Now this was Ammon Day, so it was super full. Depending on how, like I said, how busy the session gets. So the lifeguards that are in the guard shack, they're not on shift. Like, I think they switch out every 15 or 20 minutes. So they're not on shift. So of course they're going to sit in there and talk to each other. They're not on duty. People are just being really mean. I know these lifeguards, and they're such a great group of kids. My daughter is a swim aide there. She's not a lifeguard. She teaches swim lessons, but because she works there, I've gotten to know a lot of these lifeguards, and they take their job very, very seriously. When they see kids being rowdy, they blow the whistle. They take their job seriously. There's a great group of kids, and to the kid that saved the kid, because they are, these lifeguards are teenagers. They're, young adults. I think the oldest one that works there is 21, I want to say 20 or 21. That's got to be traumatic, but they're doing CPR. They did their jobs. They have to be certified to do that. So anyway, that was kind of a bad ending to Ammon Days, but I hope you enjoyed my video footage. I need to get it different. I've been trying to use CapCut, but I'm paying for that now, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for anything. It is better than iMovie, because I can drown out some of the sound, like the noises from the fans, and I can do cool little, like, the subscribe thing, but I don't know how long I'll keep it. Okay, so that was that. I'm going to show you what I bought from Temu now, before this video gets way too long. So I got this one. It was $7 on the site, but I had, where you can spin the wheel, and it's 99% off, so I got it for about $4. And it's probably worth about $2. It's very cheaply made. It's very plasticky. Feels like if you put anything in here, it might break. But I did get it for Jillian's, like, hairbrushes, perfumes, makeup. So we'll try it out. She could put, like, some of her brushes in here. If not, maybe I'll just keep this one and put it, like, right there. Maybe keep some of my pens in it or something. Paper. It's too flimsy to even put, like, vegetables and fruit in. See, it's pretty flimsy. This one I paid a little bit more. This one was $14. And I like this one. I might actually order another one. Super easy to put together. I mean, it's still kind of flimsy. You don't want to put something too heavy in it, but feels better than this one. And it's a whole lot cuter. But I'm going to put basically just some of Kennedy's extra pull-ups, and then like her hair stuff, her bows and her rubber bands and stuff, so nothing heavy. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to end up keeping this one. I think Jillian might break it, or give it to Jillian to let her try. And they've got a little thing like this in the room with plastic drawers that I was going to put right there for like some of my extra sticker books, since I have the smaller shelf now. You see I've got my baskets doubled up because I gave them the bigger shelf. But we'll see. We'll see how these work. I mean, I didn't spend too much money on them, but you're getting what you pay for as well. So now I'm going to show you my happy planner. This is my whole month of July. I just started working on August yesterday. I was been so busy. I was a little bit behind, but here is the month of July. I think I did share some of July already. I don't remember, but here is my currently page. We did both of these things. We went to Rigby Lake and we went to Rexburg Rapids twice now. We did the fireworks stuff. We didn't end up having the sentencing hearing for my daughter Tiffany at court. They pushed it back to August 21st, so that didn't happen. I think that's all I put. I didn't have much to write. Planned Allie and Kennedy's birthday parties, did that. Special needs day for, yeah, so we did that. That's the Rexburg Rapids. Okay, and then this was my monthly spread. I kind of tried to do like a tropical vibe, but I thought it turned out pretty cute, if I do say so myself. And then here is week 1. Obviously it was the 4th of July, if you can't tell. So I actually didn't have a lot of 4th of July stickers, so I was at Hobby Lobby. I bought this sheet of stickers. They were 40% off, so I think I spent like $2.99. And I still have a lot left for if I want to use some for next year. I would planned on using some stickers to write some of my pen pals back, but I haven't gotten around to it. I still need to write some people back. But we didn't make root beer floats, but I thought that was a cute sticker. When we always have backyard barbecues though. Let's see, did I do these top 3? I moved the cubbies, I painted the girls' room, and put the new bookshelf together. Yep, Parker got his license. Did the dental stuff. Haven't done victim impact statement yet because they pushed the court date, so. Okay, this was week 2. So I guess my theme was kind of like jungle-ish. But I thought that was cute. That was my to-do list, which I think I did all that stuff. I still haven't written our victim impact statements. I think Tiffany's written hers, but me and Adam need to write ours. I need to do that today. I keep putting it off. Okay, this was week 3. I did a SpongeBob theme because it was Kennedy's birthday week. So I used the rest of the stickers that were left over from her birthday invitations because I made her party invitations. So I thought that turned out cute. Little SpongeBob with some like cake and fruit mixed into there. So I don't know. This one was really fun to do. I don't even like SpongeBob that much, and I thought it turned out super cute. And then this was week 4. So these are just some older stickers that I had out of one of my super old sticker books. Kind of like a mermaid, ocean theme going on. I don't know if you guys can see. It's like hard to, maybe my camera's dirty. Here I have again, victim impact statement, because I know what I want to say, but it's just, I think because it's such an emotional thing, like I think that's why I've been putting it off. So there was week 4. And then there was a couple more days left in July. So this is my August currently page. I don't really have much in this one. You can see victim impact statement, back to school shopping, register kids at the school, because I don't know why every year I've got to re-register everybody. We were going to stay on the kitchen table and chairs and Jillian's desk, possibly paint her desk. Possibly rename my YouTube channel back to Devore Wild. new budget because our settlement's definitely coming the end of this month, beginning of September. What's that? Hot air balloon ride. Yay, I did it. I wanted to maybe plan a summer, end of the year summer party for all the kids and their friends, but we'll see. And then I'll just show you the first week because, well, this was my August monthly, so we'll look at that at the end of the month. But I wanted to show you the first week because it was Allie's birthday week, so I kind of did like a pinkish theme because she really likes that light pink and the black and the grays, so that's kind of like the theme I did for her birthday week. And I put a little birthday cake there. But yeah, that's it. That was my month of July, and I will show you guys August at the end of the month. So I started working on this week. Right here, I did like an ice cream candy theme. But yeah, that's close. I have not done my budget planner at all. I need to update that one. There's not really much to write in it. We've paid all of our credit cards, the 3 that we had. We paid them off, so those are all paid. We're just waiting for our settlement now because, well, now we got to pay the car off still and the dishwasher. So yeah, and rebuild our emergency fund again from the pipe bursting, or not, it didn't burst from it, the water not shutting, whatever that was on Kennedy's birthday. I already forget, like something with the water, it wouldn't turn back on. That's what it was. The pipe was corroded. But that's all I got for you. It was a lot. It's over, I think, 30 minutes now. Just please keep the boy that almost drowned at the pool in your prayers. I really hope he's okay and there's no lasting damage, that he makes a full recovery. Pray for his sisters, pray for his parents, pray for him obviously, and also, you know, pray for the lifeguards and the kids that were in the pool that were near him that were trying to help, because I can imagine how traumatic that would be. All right guys, chicken tendies, and I will talk to you later. Bye.